All right, everyone. Greetings from 2K Sports. Get ready for some NBA action. This is Brian Anderson, joined by Grant Hill and Richard Jefferson. Allie LaForce will be our reporter from the sideline. We'll see the Cleveland Cavaliers taking on the Boston Celtics.
The first of many tonight. Both teams have legit offensive talent.
And if everything goes to the plan, this could be a very fun matchup to watch.
Here's Garnett. Back to Allen. Just 4 to shoot. They get it back.
He's so strong when he goes to work on the glass. One opening is all he'll need to finish the play, even if it's just a tip.
Now here's Mitchell. Out to the wing. Beyond the arc. Yes. And a nice assist from Garland.
3 points.
And you got to be right up on Mitchell, or else he will punish you right off the catch.
Good work there as it goes. Garnett will get 6.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
Now here's Mobley. Pass to Allen. Lets it fly. And it's Mitchell. The miss. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Well, I had a chance to talk with head coach Doc Rivers, and I wanted to know, how do you slow a guy down like Jarrett Allen? Coach said we have to hassle him as much as possible on both ends of the floor. We really want to limit him, not just his points, but more importantly, his rebounds. So keeping Allen off the glass is a primary focus.
Great work, Allie. Thanks. Here's Pierce. From outside the arc. It's rebounded by Cleveland. Inside. Pass to Allen. Buries the easy one.
Jarrett Allen.
Not known as a quick shooter, but Allen shows what he's got there.
Here's Garnett. And it's flushed down. A nice jam.
Okay, big man. Hammer it home.
Ooh, showing some athleticism right there. He still knows how to finish.
And he might not give you a highlight-worthy dunk anymore, but look, hey, 2 points is 2 points, and the big fella delivered.
Elbow shot. And misses it off the right side of the rim. Allen with it. Strus covering. To the inside. Great D that time from Allen. Cavaliers trail by 3. Tipped away. Garland for 3. It's hauled in by Garnett. There's a minute 54 left in the first quarter here. Down low. Here's Pierce. Allen outside. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Rondo. No good there. Off the double clutch. Trying to find a spark here.
Yes, indeed. A rough stretch offensively. They could really use a basket. Despite the miss, those are the kind of looks coaches hope to create.
Darius Garland.
All right, guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Celtics.
I've really been impressed with how aggressive they've been inside, looking to capitalize from the paint whenever they can.
They've also been quick to set up their teammates, wasting no time making the extra pass for the open look.
So both free throws good from Allen.
Now he's perfectly comfortable doing work at the line.
And we're just over 3.5 minutes into this first quarter. To the paint. Outside for Green. Hunter on the wing. Back to Jerome. Shot clock at 5. Shoots over Rondo. Okoro, the defensive effort.
Does what he has to do to avoid the block, but hard to stay in control when you change your shot.
46 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Okoro on the wing to stop the drought. Boston pulls it in. Here's Allen. Oh, he used the shot fake to create the angle, but he couldn't get it to fall. Pass to Okoro. Outside, Rondo. There's 14 seconds left in the first quarter. Here's Posey. Boston again missing. And that does it for the first quarter. Boston out in front. They lead by 5. Don't go away. We'll be back with the second quarter in just a moment. For those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where we are. And for Boston guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
It's simple. The main takeaway from the first quarter is they're winning this game with defense.
Making it as difficult as possible for the offense to find clean looks. Great stuff.
The kick to Hunter. The three from Mitchell. Mitchell, bullseye from distance.
When you shoot hundreds of these shots in gyms by yourself, it will make you automatic just like Mitchell.
And you like the balance here, not just falling in love with the 3-ball.
Here's Mobley. Boston pulls it in. And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
The Cavaliers have great size up front. They have Evan Mobley and Jared Allen, who said, we have each other's backs. That's the advantage of having 2 7-footers. If you blow by the first one, there's a second one waiting for you. Brian, they'll make it tough.
No doubt. Waves and waves of length inside. Thanks, Allie. Boston leading by 4. Pierce can't get to it. And Mobley has got the ball here for the Cavaliers. Pass to Garland. Oh, they get a hand on it. Rondo with the steal. To the middle. Second quarter, a little over a minute and a half in. Oh, rejected by Allen.
Allen with the range and the length to block shots anywhere on the floor.
Here's Mitchell. Offensive board. Another shot. Out to Mobley. Pass to Hunter. Shoots over Allen. Cleveland again missing.
And usually that's a bucket for him, but nobody's perfect in the mid-range.
Man, good whistle there.
First team foul.
These are his first free throws of the game.
At the line for Boston, Paul Pierce. Taking 2 shots.
And that one misses. He does not get the second one.
Normally he sinks all of his free throws. The defense got lucky there.
Outside Mitchell. Outside Strus. Clock at 6. Shot is up. Again, the miss by Mitchell.
Credit the defensive effort there, not giving him room to operate.
Pierce gets the bucket.
Great recognition of the mismatch, abusing the smaller defender. Poor guy.
Offensively, it's been a struggle for him.
Yeah, they need to string together some shots to have any kind of chance.
First personal foul.
A pure 5. Jared Allen isn't trying to shoot a bunch of threes. He makes the ball, he rebounds, protects the paint. He is a rare
At the
breed.
line for 2.
So both free throws good from Allen. Boston leading by 4. Off the inbound. Count that one. He's now 5 for 8.
Posey with the assist.
Big ups to this coaching staff. Great play design there.
3 minutes of action thus far in the second. And it's blocked. He keeps control of the ball.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
Here's Pierce. Here's Rondo. Ooh, good finish at the rack off the slick feed.
And adding to this lead right now. Riding a wave of momentum.
Yeah, they've locked in during this stretch. If they keep it up, their lead will only continue to grow.
Ty Jerome. First personal foul. First team foul.
1:41 left in the half. Pass to Garnett. Back to Rondo. Here's Posey. Allen on the wing. Here's Posey. Hunter covering. Shot clock at 6. Rondo. A chance to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. To the paint. Here's Allen. And the 10-footer finds a target.
Assisted by
Allen's got 4 points this quarter.
More than just a low post threat, Allen is also capable of connecting from the mid-range.
Here's Garnett. Good, and it's Rondo who picks up the assist. And the Celtics lead by 8.
Nice ball movement there. That's how you break down the defense.
Pass to Allen. Here's Jerome. It's hauled in by Garnett. Fast break. Here come the Celtics. And it's Allen who slams it home.
assisted by Kevin Garnett.
Great teamwork on that drive. Punctuated by a strong finish.
Yeah, that's nice execution. Running with purpose and creating an easy scoring opportunity off the break.
Here's Pierce. 10-point lead. This is their biggest of the game. Here's Okoro. And he sinks the 11-footer. Allen, right side. And it's Allen who slams it home.
Woo! Defensively, you can't afford to let him get to the rim that easily.
Well, that might be why their deficit is what it is right now.
Yeah, it's going to take better rim protection than that if they're going to climb out of this hole.
That's the end of the second
And just
quarter.
totally.
And so it's Boston going into the break up 12. They've done well to disrupt the opposition, playing inspired defense. We'll be right back with you shortly. And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly in the second. Cavaliers trail by 12. Now here's Mitchell. Mobley outside. Pass to Allen. True on the 14-footer. Allen's got 8 points.
That's great anticipation and accuracy by Mobley to set up his teammate.
Here's Posey, covered by Mobley. And there's the slam, dunk to finish it off.
Assisted by Kevin Garnett.
And breaking out the one-hand slam.
Man, an emphatic way to extend the lead a little more. Garland up top. Pass to Mitchell. Fires the three. And he can't get that one.
The shooter thought he had enough space, but the defender was right on him.
Did a great job closing the gap, making the shooter feel uncomfortable.
Three-pointer, KG.
Connects from downtown.
The defense takes a chance, leaves him open at the arc, and he capitalizes.
Mobley outside. Back to Allen. Shoots from 12. Outside for Mitchell. From the arc. No good.
I think he's gone completely dry. Nothing is hitting.
Yeah, and the risk now is that he gets inside his own head. Time to take deep breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth, and let the game come to you.
They've been very well-rounded and extremely focused.
Yeah, not just an impressive showing on offense, but on defense as well, executing their game plan perfectly.
Cavaliers foul. Next.
And this will be his third and fourth free throws of the game here.
First team foul. At the line for two, Ray Allen.
That free throw good from Allen. And he makes both free throws. 2 minutes into the second half of play now. Outside Mitchell. Back to Garland. Soft touch off the glass. Garland's got his first 2 points.
Going inside and fighting for the bucket. That's what you want. You want a person that's going to fight for those inches.
Jarrett Allen.
And Allen gets it to go.
Not all his mid-range jumpers are created equal. That's one they'll take all night long.
Here's Posey. Back to Rondo. Ooh, the lead pass was in the perfect spot to set up the layup. Rondo, he's gotten his second bucket of the game. Left side, Garland.
Remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
Pass to Mitchell. Corner shot. And he wills that one in, sinking it right to the back of the iron.
Darius Garland.
Mitchell's got 8 points.
Great instincts with the ball. Garland just picks a guy. He sets him up to score.
Since halftime, they have been efficient and effective, making Coach very happy.
Well, I credit some of that to their communication out on the floor. They are attacking as a unit.
Now here's Mitchell. Give him 8 points now. On the wing, Green. 5 to shoot. Rebounded by the Celtics. Fast break. Here come the Celtics. Here's Pierce. Set it up with a fake, but it's offline.
Well, that's what you get when you go for style points with the fadeaway. And look, he paid the price.
And it's the Celtics ball. They're on a 15-6 run. To the inside. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
KG with the assist.
Give him 8 points now.
And trust me, when the D's slow to react, he'll be the first guy to make them pay.
Yeah, they're going to do a much better job of putting a little bit of pressure on him on his way to the hoop.
Here's the 3.
That's a pure effort play. Nice tip in.
And that's a skill you see in any strong offensive rebounder, isn't it? Here's Allen. It's called in by Garnett.
And just not allowing the shooter to get comfortable from mid-range.
That's how you play it. Does a good job of getting into the shooter's airspace.
Rejected by Allen. Mitchell feeling it out a bit. Garland for 3. Nails it from beyond the arc.
Obviously, this guy has a talent for scoring. Able to problem solve for whatever the defense tosses at him.
A brilliant dunk, and he hangs up there for a while, too.
Like he's posing for the camera. He's just hanging out, posing for pictures, just making himself at home. And so it's the Boston Celtics continuing to pile it on, up 22 as we head to the break. And their defense has stood out, wreaking havoc for the opposition. More in. Well, there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. Boston leading by 22. And that'll be Boston's ball as it goes out of bounds. Celtics able to keep possession here.
There's one for the low light. Wow. I'm not sure who messed up the pass, but look, somebody did.
Allen. Pass to Garnett. Over Allen.
The length of Allen, yeah, that's problematic for a lot of shooters. And this man knows how to distract them.
Here's Garland. Over to the left wing. And here's Hunter from the arc. Boston with the rebound.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
And stolen by Mobley. Hunter with the ball. Picked up by Allen. Cleveland again missing. Here's Garnett. Out left to the wing. Pierce can't get to it. It's deflected. They push it up 4-on-3. Here's Garnett. Pass to Posey. Down low. Here's Rondo. Count that one. He's now 5 for 8.
James Posey with the assist.
All right, guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for Boston.
They've been just suffocating on defense the whole game. Look at their shot blocking. The opposition doesn't have any room to breathe.
And we also can't ignore how relentless they've been on defense, flustering the opponent and generating a lot of steals.
Let's go with a 3. And here comes Cleveland. To the left wing. Back to Garland. Pass to Allen. Oh, from deep. The rebound by Allen.
Gotta find easier shots when you're already struggling. That's not gonna get it.
Here's Posey. Off target with the 3.
And he might have thrown himself off when he saw how much space he had from 3.
And here's Mitchell. On the wing, Mitchell. Launches a 3. Boston pulls it in.
There has been nothing for him this quarter. Ever since halftime, he's lost all of his touch.
Well orchestrated, and then the pass is right on the money.
17-foot shot on the way. Rebounded by Rondo. Here's Pierce. Can't get the reverse layup to fall. And so it's Mobley with it. He brings it up for Cleveland. Looking to get on the board.